What's up, guys? It's time for some more horror discussions. You guys voted, and best horror characters won. So I'll be doing a video on why I think my top 10 best horror characters are the best characters. Let's go. Starting off with my number 10, Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow. This dude right here, when I tell you right now, scared the absolute hell out of me when I was a kid. He scared the absolute hell out of me as a kid. Also being played by Christopher Walken, as a human figure of Hellas Horseman, that was, I don't know if that was more scary or the Hellas Horseman more scary. But man, oh man, this movie right here and this freaking horror character right here, I'm telling y'all right now, as a kid growing up, watching this movie scared me so badly. And I think it's very important to the horror community that the Hellas Horseman and the Sleepy Hollow movie was made. Because without it, we would have never really shed any light on the Headless Horseman. And as well as Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci playing the parts of the main characters, I don't know what more you could ask for. He's definitely my top 10. Number 9 is definitely gonna be Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpse characters. Like every single one of them, from Mother Firefly to freaking Captain Spaulding. Okay, all these people right here, all of them. Menacing and scary, especially Dr. Satan, bro. Dr. Satan, Dr. Satan, Dr. Satan. Like, can you imagine waking up on a hospital bed and this dude working on you? No, no. Even Baby, Sherry Moon Zombie's character. Ugh. And the fact about the movie, I think, is because it could honestly, and all truly, if you think about it, could honestly happen. That scares me more. Like, you could be asking in the middle of nowhere, nobody knows you, for direction. They just lead you to a horror house, full of terrifying stuff that's going to happen to you. That could really happen. So this movie and matter of fact, Devil's Rejects along with it, on top of all these characters, just means so much to me. They are definitely an important part of the horror community. So yeah, all of Rob Zombie's horror people in House of a Thousand Corpses. Number 8 is definitely going to be the Insidious monsters, all of them, from this demon to the mother who beat or Parker Crane and his mother, to this dude right here screaming, he's got your baby, and he has a little gas mask on and all. Yeah, no, all of them. One big note: anything spiritual, anything that could haunt you in your dreams, I don't mess with. No, huge part of my horror comic community. Number 7 is absolutely going to be The Conjuring, all the freaking monsters as well. Literally, like what do you want me to say? From the Wicker Man to the Demon Mom to this freaking nun right here who scares the hell out of me, to the freaking Annabelle doll, to La Llorona, all of them. Anything that has to do with spiritual stuff and Ed and Lorraine Warren literally going around messing with it, count me out. I don't care if they $50 million come help, I'm good. I'm good. So yes, that means, that's going to definitely take my number 7. If it scares the hell out of me and it's a big note broke for me, it's definitely going to be on my list. So definitely number 7, all the Conjuring monsters. I don't know how that don't scare people more than it scares me, but oh well. Number 7. Number 6 is definitely going to be Big Bubba. I mean, who doesn't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Leatherface has played the role for how long now? And in almost every movie, it seems he does a good job for what it is. It all depends on storytelling. Of course, we could disagree, but there's a lot of good Texas Chainsaw movies that are just underrated, in my opinion. And Bubba literally does his part perfect almost every single time. It's hard to mess up Bubba. And you can't ask for nothing better than a cannibalistic person wearing a face mask with a chainsaw chasing you, and you barely can stop him. Yes, Bubba, you're my number 6. And just like on everybody's list, number 5 is definitely going to be Freddy Krueger. He's a dream demon who literally can haunt you in your dreams, actually come out and really kill you. The first movie, in my opinion, literally was the most scariest one out of all of them. I know some people might disagree, but literally when he's walking through that school, clanking his fingers on the freaking pipes, laughing, and just the feel of it back then. I can imagine growing up in the 80s, not really, seeing that much scary stuff, besides Michael Myers and Jason, and having this dude literally just appear in a school, chasing you in your dreams through, the bottom of the school like that. No, I could just imagine So Freddy Krueger absolutely has to take my number 5. He's a big part in the horror community. If it was for him, Jason, and people like that, I don't think horror would exist nowadays. So he's definitely my number 5. Brings me to my number 4. Both Pennywise's, both freaking It movies are going to be on my list. He scared the hell out of me as a kid. He finished it off. You know, he literally just scares me more. But I think it's because Tim Curry's literally goofy personality, and he turns into this. You know, he's menacing already. He literally just was goofy and then turned into that. That just scared the hell out of me. But no, I think the It and Pennywise franchise is a huge part of the horror community, especially in the the early '90s, because there really wasn't nothing going on. And then Pennywise comes along and scares everybody's dreams and hopes of liking clowns. Definitely my number 4. Getting into my top 3, y'all should already know this dude's making the list. He's freaking Pinhead. That's all you should need to know. He literally opened up a new gateway of horror, in my opinion. Like literally a whole new gateway to it. That's pun intended. He is the gatekeeper of hell. He literally controls almost an army of Cenobites. He literally can do anything he wants to you. And on top of that, he reports to Leviathan, bro. Like, Leviathan is his boss, who, you know, Satan is Leviathan's boss. Like, if that ain't freaking menacing, he's not menacing enough for you, I don't know what is. Bro can literally torture you and laugh about it. And anything you do to him, he basically laughs. Like gunshots, knife wounds, anything. He just looks at you and tells you, I've done that already. And so, yeah, he's literally one of the higher up arcs, in my opinion, when it comes to characters. One of the most powerful horror characters, in my opinion. On top of literally opening a whole new gateway to horror that freaks you out, gruesome, freaky, hell type of stuff. He's definitely making my number 3. Number 2 is absolutely going to be Jason Voorhees. You can't have a list without putting Jason Voorhees on it, because simply, if it wasn't for him, in all honesty, him and, you know, a couple other people, horror wouldn't exist nowadays. So you really can't have him. He's one of the top-notch freaking slashers, bro, and he literally just won't die. Every story arc it has him in, he's basically like the Superman of horror, bro. He has the freaking plot armor. Like, if there was ever a horror plot armor, he's got it. Bro's been blown the freak up. He's been literally torn apart, disintegrated, basically. Came out of his body, came back into another one. Came back as an Uber Jason. Bro just won't die. Bro literally just going to keep coming through the power of horror plot armor. So you can't have a list. And on top of that, I just love almost every one of his movies. So he's definitely making my number 2. Number 1, absolutely Michael Myers. Like, he was the first freaking horror character I ever watched. His movies are freaking peak. Almost every movie he's in, I'm going to like something about it. And the fact of the matter is whether you love him or whether you hate him, some people actually can't stand Michael Myers. But I'm going to tell you right now, if it wasn't for him, in all actuality, and I think we can all agree, horror would not exist today. Like, ever since John Carpenter introduced this man in 1978, horror literally took a huge turn since then. I mean, huge. It went from vampire, zombie movies, you know, stuff like that, to full-out slasher, freaking crazy-ass. So I don't think if it was for him, horror wouldn't exist. On top of that, he is the embodiment of evil and body of horror. Curse of Sam Hain, all of it. Love everything about him, and he's definitely my number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed the list. Check out my next video. We'll be doing another top 5 most underrated